Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Lush Gardener. There is another question that is often asked by a lot of people. That is, why do I still keep killing my succulents? Even though I have my soil mix in place, I'm doing a balanced watering. Everything seems to be fine, but I still end up killing my succulents every year. By now, we all know one of the main reason why our succulents tend to die is from overwatering. Now, let me make it clear. Overwatering does not mean that you are watering your succulent every day, because a lot of times when I say that your succulent is getting rotted because of overwatering, but immediately the other person will say, but well, I haven't watered it recently. The last time I watered was almost a week back or probably 2 weeks back. This is where they don't understand that there is nothing related with how often you water, but how long it takes for your soil to dry. The longer it takes, the much risk your succulent is at getting rotted. The root rot will happen if the soil is going to stay moist for a longer period of time. But in this video, apart from this, let's say that you don't have any issues with watering, you have a balanced watering, you have a proper soil mix that is well draining, loose, porous and tends to dry very soon, but still your succulent does not survive. Now there could be two reasons. One is your succulent is not getting enough light. Yes, lack of light can also kill your succulent. It tends to make the succulent weaker. Now of course the succulent is not going to die within a couple of weeks or within months. It might probably take 6 months or maybe even 7 to 8 months as well. And if it still does not get enough light, eventually the succulent will turn weak and die. The other point, this is where a lot of people tend to kill their succulents, and this is related with the environment. If you belong to an environment wherein the temperatures are very high, no matter what you do, no matter how good soil mix you have, no matter how well you are with your watering, you will still not be able to grow them very well. They will eventually die because of the excess amount of heat. A lot of people, which I'm very happy to see, have started using grow lights and have started moving their succulents indoor when the temperatures tend to rise. Now, of course, in other countries, when it tends to snow, a lot of people tend to get their succulents indoor. But when it's hot as well, that is the same thing what you have to do. Just because it is not snowing and it is just heat, a lot of people think that it is going to do quite well, because a lot of people have this misconception that succulents are desert plants. They tend to grow in arid condition. Growing in arid condition doesn't mean that they can handle too much of heat. Probably they tend to grow in an environment that does not reach to that much of heat. Like in some places, the temperatures can rise up to 40 degrees Celsius as well, which of course is not going to work out really well for a lot of succulents. Apart from that, around 80 to 90% of our succulents that we buy are hybrid succulents. Of course, they do not have the natural habitat, so hence they cannot tolerate the temperatures that are going to be above 40 degrees Celsius. So you have to be extremely careful. No matter how good soil you have, how well you are watering, no matter how hardy the succulent is, but if the temperatures are above 40 degrees Celsius or 42 degrees Celsius, the succulent will not do quite well. It will first get into its survival mode. It will start closing the leaves inward. And a lot of people, they tend to add water, they tend to add fertilizers that will further damage the succulent. The most important thing is you will have to move it from the source of heat, get it indoor. If you do not get a lot of light, use a good quality of grow light and grow the succulents indoor. For some people, these hot months during the summers may last for 3 to 4 months. For 3 to 4 months, you can grow them indoor. And once you notice that the temperatures have started to drop, it's getting a little bit better, then you can move your succulents outdoor. That is the only way you'll be able to grow succulents. You cannot grow succulents out in temperatures that are above 40 degrees Celsius. In fact, the moment the temperatures are going to rise above 38 degrees Celsius, these succulents will start to show you signs of discomfort. At this point of time, no cutting, no repotting, nothing is going to work out. So the best thing is, as I said, you'll have to move them indoor and grow them under a good quality of grow light. There is no other option. A lot of people still try their luck. It's not going to work. No matter how many ever times you buy succulents, they're not going to work. You're basically going against nature and trying to grow them against their comfort, so it's not going to work. They will get into semi-dormancy even in their growing period, and eventually they will start to have issues. Either they will have dry rot or they will completely get rotted. They might turn soft and eventually they will perish. So guys, please be very careful. It's not only about watering, it's not only about soil. You also have to keep in mind about the surroundings, about the environment. That also plays a very important role in keeping your succulents alive. So guys, that's all about it. I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep propagating.